Hey, hey, good afternoon. What up, though? Listen, it's your girl, Jaja. You're listening to I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it, and I know you heard me the first time. Listen, guys, it is January 17th, and I'm so extremely grateful. Listen, y'all already know what I usually say. I'm in my right mind. I ain't in nobody's jail, and I got the activities of my limbs. Listen, it's your girl, Jaja. You're listening to I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it, and I know you heard me the first time. Listen, okay, so I love the Carter's album with Beyonce and Jay-Z, and they have a song called Friends. And I don't know if you've heard it, but it says, my friends, your friends is better than your friends. And Jay-Z makes a statement. He says, my circle's tight is geometrically opposed to you. And today I want to talk to you guys about being a circle in a room full of squares. Now, the circle is symbolic for tight circle. That's why one of the rings when you get married is as symbolic as a circle. It means never ending. It means it's always together. And so with that being said, you got to make sure that your circle is tight. You got to make sure that the people that you rock with, connect with, affiliate with, do business with, call your man, call your woman, call your affiliates, call your associates. You got to make sure that that circle is tight. And what I mean by I'm a circle in a room full of squares, that means that things change according to how they feel about you. If you notice a square, it starts off straight line, then boom, drops down, boom, starts straight line, boom. It changes, right? It changes according to its geometric measurements. With a circle, it don't never change. Keep going just like this. Now it may stop, but it'll continue. Circles continue. Squares, they change, okay? So with that being said, I had the opportunity of a few situations that happened, not only to me personally, but I had some calls that I got this week, some business calls as well as some friendship calls. And so it all coincided. And for those of you that don't know, you're listening to I Said It. And before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. You listen to your girl, Jaja. But the thing about it is that I pre-plan a lot of my shows. So I have all my shows already titled, already together, already for what it is that I want to talk about. But then I add, it's basically like my bishop says, I have the skeleton and then I put the meat on the bones. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, it's a lot of stuff that's going on right now with friendships, businesses, and affiliates. So with that being said, you got to speak up and let it be known what it is that you desire from the relationships that you're a part of. What it is that you desire from the relationships that you want to be a part of. And see, the thing about it is that when you don't speak up about what it is that you want out of a relationship, then you're liable to get whatever it is that they want to give you in any relationship, whether it be platonic, whether it be a relationship of marriage, friendships. If you don't set the standard of what it is that you desire, then you'll just get what they want to give you. You'll get, if you know you deserve filet mignon, then you're gonna get exactly what it is that you have to offer. They're gonna give you spam, and you know you deserve filet mignon. You got to be careful about not setting the standards. And don't be afraid to speak up. That's what my show is all about. Yeah, I said it, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Because the thing about it is, when we choose not to speak up on things, when we choose not to say certain things, when we choose not to act on certain things, then we allow anybody to do us and treat us any kind of way. And that goes with family. A lot of us are related to people that make you family by blood. It doesn't make you related, or it doesn't make you family because you guys are just related. See, the thing about family is the people that you cannot change. However, real family, they're going to support family. And one of the things that I have a challenge with our ethnicity is the fact that we do not cultivate our families like we're supposed to. We will sit here and we will talk about each other. We will sit here and not help each other when you need to. Like, if there was one of the reasons why I had such a challenge when it came to some of the issues within family was the fact that there were not enough men stepping up the way that they should. And what men don't realize, and I say it in every one of my shows, is that God made you to lead. And sometimes your leadership is at its low point, and you choose not to step up and speak up in areas in which you should, and you allow certain things to just go by, or you let people speak up on your behalf. And it was so frustrating to me, because during the challenges and the trials where my mom had passed away and my father had passed away, and my brothers were looking for leadership. They were looking for leadership roles. And that's why you got to be mindful of the people that are in your children's ear, because if there are no men in the lives of our children, then they go seeking wisdom and knowledge from other resources. Google, friends, Yahoo, wherever they can get the knowledge from, they'll go looking for it. And so you got to be mindful about the families that you have, because family can tear you down easier than anybody that you know. You know why? Because they know all about you. They've grown up with you, and they don't anticipate you to expound or expand where you once come from. It's just like you decide, oh, you don't want to drink no more, you don't want to smoke no more, you want to save money, or you want to do things differently. Family will usually be the first people to be like, oh, why you want to do that? Or I ain't know you was going to do that. Or how you plan on doing that? You ain't got no money. Because they know your situation. They know you personally. So you got to be mindful of people who you consider family. I got a lot of relatives. I think we all related when it all comes down to it. But you have people who are your relatives, but they're not your family. And I say that because I have uncles that we needed, that were not available when we needed. I had a spouse that you consider to be family that was not what they were supposed to do. I have sisters that did not follow through on their end and didn't do what they were supposed to do. And it makes you wonder, like, are we really family? Because at the end of the day, Chinese people can get together. They'll live in a house together. Arabic people, they can get in a house together, be 20 deep. Africans, they can get in the house, be 20 deep, and they work together. That doesn't mean that they don't have arguments. That doesn't mean that they don't have discrepancies or issues or challenges amongst their family. But you better believe that if an outsider comes in trying to do anything to their family, they're going to work together. And we got to get to a point, our people, where we treat each other like family is supposed to be treated. We support these women. We support these women with children. We support each other with our visions and our ideas and our goals, and not trying to always scheme and plot on each other because you're greedy, you're money hungry, you're always trying to look at the bigger picture but not including any of the characters. And one of the reasons why any movie has always been successful is because of the supporting actors, not just the main character. Because there are a lot of main characters in movies that do a great job at acting. But then we look at the movie and we look at the supporting roles and the supporting cast that elevates that movie. One of the reasons why Black Panther was so successful as a film, not just because of the name, not just because it had a bunch of black actors, but because everybody played their part. Everybody played their role. Nobody was trying to overdo it. Nobody was trying to step on anybody else's boundaries. Nobody else was trying to belittle anybody. Everybody played their role, and it worked. Let me tell you something. When your goal is similar and your goal is the same, things will mesh together very well. Co-workers. Let me tell you, when I worked down in government and in the political world, and I worked for Wayne County, there were a lot of hiccups because some people were not team players. Some people did not work well with other people. And so when you know what you bring to the table, you're not going to try to overstep anybody else's boundaries. I work at a shop right now. I can do hair, but I choose not to because I know that my perfection is lashes and eyebrows and the things of the face. So I'm not about to sit up here and try to do a quick weave. Do I know how to do a quick weave? Will I have you looking real cute? Absolutely. But that's not something that I'm trying to do. Why would I want to do that to myself? That's not smart. And see, sometimes we get so greedy that we overstep our boundaries in areas that we're not good in. See, when I worked for Wayne County and I worked very well with customer service, and I elevated. I went from being in a back room, a back boardroom. Anybody that works with me, they know. Started working in a back room doing birth and death records. Got from there, worked my way up to other areas, all the way up to deputy county clerk, where I was doing and performing weddings on a day-to-day basis. I didn't just jump into an area. First and foremost, you have to be mindful of the circle that you keep, the people that you keep around you. And if you're tuning in, you're listening to I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. I'm talking about I'm a circle in a room full of squares. And sometimes you can feel very odd and feel like the oddball when you're dealing with people that are robots. And what I mean by people that are robots, people that all look the same, people that all sound the same, people that's all doing the same thing. I didn't hang out with a lot of my coworkers because they were all doing the same thing. That's not something that I want to do. But the ones that I did develop relationships with, those are my girls. Those are my heartbeats. Those are my friends. And I say that because we didn't talk every day, but they supported me. And I had an incident with a young lady that I worked with, and me and her clicked. Have you ever worked somewhere or went to school and you end up clicking with somebody? You just click with them, right? And I was shocked because one of the things that happened is that I don't need a spokesperson. As you all can see, I speak very well, can articulate very well, and I don't need somebody speaking on my behalf because I can speak for myself. But there was an incident that happened at the workplace where she felt the need to discuss my personal business with our employer. Now, my employer has been knowing me for a very long time. She could have asked me anything that it is that she wanted to know about me, but felt the need to ask somebody else. You got to be mindful about the circles that you keep, because the thing about it is that people look for issues. People look for things to depict you with, or to not work with you, or to find fault in you, or find a reason to consider you to be different. And I always find myself looking at situations where I'm not begging for friendships. I'm not begging for opportunities, because what God wants for me, like my homegirl Lady J, she always say, what God has for you is for you. And you have to understand that you don't have to beg for friendships. You don't have to beg for business opportunities. You don't have to beg for job opportunities or a relationship to be with anybody, because it will come. If it's meant for you, it will come. And at the end of the day, you got to pay attention to, one, the relationships that you're building. Are they healthy? Are they hurting? Is it imbalanced? Do you find yourself trying to do more and compensate more for a relationship than what they're willing to do? Or do you find yourself trying to figure out all the time, like, well, why am I even in this relationship? Why am I even in this friendship? And to go back to the coworker that I had, I was just like, how do you consider me and you to be friends if you feel like you're speaking on my behalf? What you should have did was, I don't know, maybe you need to ask her. Maybe you need to have that discussion with her. And what happened is, me and you clicked, friends, considered to have a really great relationship, but then you go behind my back and you do some real scandalous stuff. And for me, that's scandalous, because the next step should have been, hey, such and such is asking about you. I didn't discuss anything with them regarding you, but you may want to contact them and have a discussion. That's how you eliminate yourself out of problems. Because what you don't want to do is, you don't want to work with people or be in a relationship with people that are messy. And you got to pay attention to the mess before it even starts. You got people dating at the workplace. You got people who are trying to have an undercover relationship, or people that are related. It just becomes really, really messy. And you got to be mindful of the company that you keep and the relationships that you keep, because at the end of the day, when you start branching off and your network becomes larger, people remember how you dealt with them. People know how you work with them. People remember how you worked with them as a coworker, how you dealt with them as family and friends. And just because they're your relatives, that doesn't make them family. And friendships don't have a time. And I remember there was a point where I was like, oh my God, I've been friends with this person for so many years, 10 years, decades. That don't make us friends. Because friendships, relationships, networking, people come into your life to help build you up, flame your fire, just like that should be your goal, to work with somebody, to coexist with somebody, to build on a bigger and a better picture. If you always looking out for self, then you ain't nobody's friend. You're a selfish individual and you greedy. And let me tell you something. Greed is an enemy of God, because what's going to happen is you'll get everything that you want and you have nobody to share it with. And at the end of the day, when you get everything that you're supposed to get, nobody will want to be around you because of the transactions and the way that you go about doing things. See, I had a homegirl who was making money, making millions, but a quote unquote friend presented an opportunity to them. And guess what? They took the opportunity. Now they in prison. They both in prison looking at each other. One gets out before the other one. And see, you gotta pay attention to the people in the company that you keep. Everybody that you've known for your life ain't your friend. Everybody that call you their friend does not have your best interest at heart. I've had people that say they my friend and turn around and have a whole dialogue and conversation about me, and I'm just like, wow, really? Is this what we doing? Is this what's happening here? You not my friend. And see, when we were younger and we was in middle school and high school and elementary, oh my God, we would cry and fight for our friends. Oh my God, but Mom, that's my friend. And my mom was notorious for this. Girl, that ain't your friend. She ain't your friend. And you be like, but Mom, that is my friend. I'm telling you, that's my friend. No, that's not your friend. Because at the end of the day, you have to be mindful that friendships are not predicated to the time frame. Family is not considered family just because you are related. It's about what you're building with them, what they're able to do, not only for you, and what you're able to bring to the table for them. I don't talk to a lot of my friends, but at the end of the day, if somebody calls me that I consider a friend and they need me, I'm going to be there for them. You have to pay attention to certain relationships that are always one-sided. Are you the one that's always helping? Are you the one that's always looking out? That was one of the reasons why I had such a hard time with some of the people that I considered my friends, because I found myself still being a dog chasing the tail. Like, how are we friends if you're not trying to get me in a position to elevate me? And you also have to be mindful of friends that do get in high places and they want to keep you where you are. See, I know people that are, and that's one of the reasons why I can talk to people the way that I talk to them and deal with them accordingly, because you have to be mindful that nobody is at a higher rank because of a title that they have or a position that they hold or a business that they lead. A person is a person, and how they deal with you, pay attention to that. Pay attention to how they do business. Pay attention to how they deal with friendships. Pay attention to how they deal with their family and their friends. If they're very shysty, believe you me, they're going to be shysty with you. It may not happen immediately, but it will happen in the long run. And not only that, you got to pay attention to personality traits. I know that I'm a leader. I know that I lead. I know that I have the ability and the propensity to propel a lot of people in business, in life, and I have the ability for people to do the same for me because I'm also a team player. You got to be mindful of people that always talking, we a team, we a team, we a team, but yet you ain't building no team efforts, no team, there's no team. You always looking out for self. People love throwing that team thing out there, but show no qualities or no traits of being a true team player. See, people always talk about there's no I in team and we got to do this together, but yet you're not expounding or doing anything that relates to a team. You got to be mindful of people who are always having meetings for things and then don't turn around and follow through on what you're meeting about. That's why I'm very mindful of who I do business with. I'm very mindful of who I consider to be mentees or mentors or affiliates, partners, and friends. Because when I first jumped in the game at 14, getting out here, working in the business world, when I first jumped out here in the political world at 21, I didn't know what people was doing behind the scenes. I didn't know if this person had offended this person or if this person had a relationship with this person. I just wanted to be great. And I just wanted to connect with whoever was being great. But what I didn't realize is some of these people had already offended a lot of these other people. That's why I'm very mindful of not name dropping. I don't do a lot of name dropping unless it's people that I know for sure that I can vouch for. Because you got to be careful when you start name dropping. You don't know what type of relationship that these people have had with other people. That's just like the station that I just was on when I started off on my radio show and my radio podcast. And I thank God that my friends and the people that I consider business affiliates, they didn't warn me about the person that I was dealing with. All they did was say, go for it, Ja. Go ahead. I had to find out that this person was a scammer and schemer on my own because of what I had to deal with. And so I wasn't persuaded by another person's opinion and the relationship that they had. And not only that, I talked to the employer of the person who fired the person that I ended up working for their station. Told me all kind of stuff about him. Told me all kind of character traits and business deals and how they worked, how they were when they worked for them. A top branding station within the country. And they got fired from that station because of the character traits that they have now. See, you got to be mindful of the business relationships and the friendships and the relationships that you develop, because everybody doesn't have your best interests at heart. When money is involved, oh, everybody want to be around you. Oh, when clout is involved, oh, everybody want to be down. Case in point, R. Kelly. Everybody trying to figure out how was this man able to do all the things that he was able to do. Well, look at the company that he kept. Everybody got a piece of the action. Everybody got a piece of the money and a piece of the pie. Wasn't nobody about to shut none of that stuff down because everybody was benefiting from it. Nobody wants to mess up a good thing, even when the good thing is a wrong thing. You got to be kind. You got to be mindful. And when your spirit is telling you about a situation, y'all better start listening to that spirit, Holy Ghost, whatever you want to call it, spirit of discernment, mind, conscious, subconscious, whatever it is that you want to decide that you want to call it. You better pay attention to it. See, I call spades a spade at any given moment. I can see a situation before the situation even starts, and I speak on it, and I'll wait to see how this is going to align with what I'm doing. How is this going to affect me down the line? And see, when you are paying attention, you pay attention to people's genuineness, their integrity, their morals, how they go about doing things and how they go about doing people. See, I pay attention to things more than what people think. I'll listen to you and I'll let you talk. And I'll let you go right on about your business. But see, I'm very, very conscious of what you say, and I'm very conscientious of what you do. See, a lot of people can do this. But when it comes to that action and making that play and doing what you say you're going to do, that's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different level. See, a lot of us have dreams and aspirations and things that we want to do. If you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. It's your girl, Jaja, and we're talking about being a circle in a room full of squares. A lot of people do this. People call me, I want to start a business. I want to do this. Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? But then there's no follow through. You know why? Because you're not ready for the next level of the things that you're talking about. I'm on a shoestring budget right now, y'all, but I'm making it happen with what I have because I know what it means to be on the grind of things. And see, when you got a circle of friends, your family, they're going to big you up. They're going to help you get to the next level. Even if that means, hey, Ja, I don't have the $20 that you need, but I got $2. I can put $2 on it. Now all you need now is $18 more. That's what friends can do. Friends will say, well, look, I ain't got $2. But I can repost your stuff. I can make sure that other people get exposed to what it is that you're doing. And see, you got to be mindful of people that you call your friends that don't want to help you succeed. Them not your friends because they're jealous. I've had people that are in higher positions than me, but intimidated by what I have to offer because they know what I have to offer can exceed what they're doing. See, some people don't know how to stay in their lane. I know what my lane is, and I'm not trying to overstep anybody else's boundaries, but you got to be mindful of people who say that they're your friends, people who say that they're your family, and they're not doing nothing to help you. Because at the end of the day, I bet you if they need help, I bet you if they need something, guess what? They're going to be on the phone calling you. You know why? Because you are dependable. You have the ability to make stuff happen, and people know who can make stuff happen and who just be talking. See, people know that you can make something out of nothing. And see, that's what bothers me when it comes to being a circle in a room full of squares. We should be able to work together as much as we've been through as a people, as a culture, as an ethnicity. You jealous of your brother or your sister because they doing what they do best? You trying to be greedy and finesse your quote-unquote family, your quote-unquote team? You trying to put them in a bind when you know that they need help and you know that you can help them? You ain't right. You know better than the white man. You know better than the Jewish people. You know better than the Chinese and the Koreans. You are no better than them. You got the mitigated audacity to have an attitude because somebody is doing what they know how to do? You mean to tell me that you're going to be the person that causes obstructions and challenges in your brothers and sisters' life? See, I'm very mindful of the people that always talk about black power and working together and unity this and unity that and team this and team that, but you always trying to finesse somebody. You ain't no team player. You looking for self. You're a self player. And you got to be mindful of those self players. Yeah, you'll get your accolades. You'll get what you want. You'll get the money. But won't nobody want to be bothered with you? You'll have a rotation in your life and nobody will stay. You'll never have consistency because you'll always be rebuilding your team. You'll always be rebuilding your brand because you are looking out for self. See, I pay attention, and you guys got to start paying attention too. Paying attention to the genuineness of people, because people know what they do to you. And people also know what they put out in the atmosphere. See, people know because you have a platform or you're able to do something for somebody else, but what are you doing for them? How are you bigging them up? How are you fanning their flame? How are you supporting what it is that they're doing? But you always want to look out. I get people, hey, cuz, I know you, can you help me? Can you do this? Can you do, well, what are you doing for me? How are you helping what I got going on? Because I know if I help you, I know I'm going to come through on my end. I know that I'm going to deliver on my end. Are you going to deliver on your end is the question. Are you going to do what you said you was going to do? We're talking about, yeah, I said it, it's your girl, Jaja, and I'm talking about being a circle in a room full of squares. And listen, before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it because y'all ain't got a heaven and hell to put me in, and I ain't scared of none of y'all. Not one. And at the end of the day, that's why I always wonder why my mama didn't have a lot of friends, why she didn't have a lot of girlfriends at her house. Because one, they are always trying to figure out how she got 7 kids and making it work. And half of the friends that she had didn't have no kids, and their lives was a hot mess. A mess. And see, you got to be mindful of the company that you keep. I get people all the time talking about they want to help my foundation, want to help with this, want to help with that, and ain't nowhere to be found. You know why? Because you're not committed. When a person wants to do what they say they're going to do, guess what? They're going to do it. Period. There is no in-betweens. There is no gray area. There is no fog. You don't got to try to figure it out because they're going to do what they say they're going to do. There's no confusion. When a man want to be with you, ladies, he going to do what he's supposed to do to be with you. He ain't going to confuse you. You ain't going to have to figure it out. You're not going to be trying to figure out is he dating somebody else. He going to want to be with you because he's going to show you that he want to be with you. Ladies, if you want to be with him, you know, of course, you're going to do what it is that you want to do to make sure and ensure that that man knows, hey, baby, I'm for you, just for you. I ain't dealing with nobody. I'm not entertaining nothing else. That's when you're committed to the cause. And I'm talking about being a circle in a room full of squares. You got to protect yourself, and you also got to know the company that you keep, whether it's the man you laying up with, the woman you laying up with, the jobs you work at, the friends you call your friends, the family you consider to be family. Listen, all of that counts. All of that counts. And you got to pay attention. And you also have to understand that pride is a hell of a thing. Pride will stop you from relationships that you know you should be building. See, a lot of people can't work with me because of the things that they've said about me. I had a young lady just really close. I called her like, hey, can you come to my shop when I had Detroit Lash Lounge? Hey, can you come to my shop? I just want to do some lashes for you. And, you know, you don't even got to promote. You don't got to promote. I just want you to come to my shop. So another friend of mine saw that she had went to somebody else's lash shop that she didn't even know. Okay? She didn't know this girl. The girl went to the church with us, and her story was the girl kept bugging her to come to the shop, and she just went on ahead so that she can get out of her hair. Okay. What that got to do with me? What do that got to do with you coming to my shop? If you saying that we're friends, what did that have to do with you coming to patronize my shop? I'm getting ready to do a service for you for free. I'm not asking you to promote me at all. I just want you to come and see what I got going on as my friend. But see, real friends can support you no matter what you're doing. Fake friends can't support you because they don't see you exceeding what it is that they know you for. If all they know you is a stylist in the basement, that's where they want to keep you. They don't want to see you actually own a storefront shop. That's not your friend. Because your friend is going to support whatever it is that you're trying to do. Oh, you want to open up, you want to start some gym shoes? You want to start a sunglass line? You want to start creating curtains? Oh, you crocheting? Oh, you want to start an automobile company? Oh, you got an oil change company? Oh, you want to buy a house? You want to start a family? You thinking about getting married? See, those friends support you regardless of what it is that you're doing. And friends also check you when you're wrong. See, you got to be checkable. If you're not checkable, then you ain't ready for real friendships. See, real friendships will cause you to check yourself and say, checkmate. You got to be checked. That wasn't right. That was wrong. If you they friend. I'm going to tell my friends like it is 100%. No chase of cocaine raw. Straight up. That wasn't cool. And you need to go back to the drawing board. But see, when you got real friends in your life, real family in your life, they're going to do whatever it takes. That means if you got to send out some flyers, guess what? They're going to be right there with you, passing out them flyers. Oh, you got a t-shirt press and you need t-shirts made? Hey, you know what? You can get some t-shirts made. I ain't got a lot, but this is what I do have and you can use it. It's no problem. Because I know because you're my friend, you're my family, I know you're going to look out for me. So then there it becomes an issue of trust. Do I trust that you're going to do what you say you're going to do? Do I trust that you really support me for real? Because when you trust the people that you call family and friends, you're not going to look at them as doing anything to hurt you. That's why you have things like church hurt and family hurt and friend betrayals. You know why? Because the trust level isn't there. When you don't trust somebody, you're always side-eyeing them. You're always trying to figure out what they going to do next because I don't trust them. And if you are in a relationship or friends, or call yourself family with somebody you don't trust, then you need to get out of that. You're an oxymoron. What you're doing is you're building up on something that you don't even trust. You land up with somebody that you don't trust. Why are you in a relationship with them? Why are you wasting your time and your years with somebody that you do not trust? You in a business relationship. You getting ready to launch a business, but you don't trust your partner. If you don't trust them now, why wait till y'all get millions and thousands of dollars and wait till they do something to you and y'all lose the money knowing that you don't trust them right now? You better start paying attention to what you feeling. And see, when you are truly friends and truly friends with somebody, it doesn't matter how much time passes. Y'all can pick it back up like ain't nothing left. There are a lot of girlfriends of mine that I have and a lot of people that I consider family and a lot of people that I consider friends, and I don't talk to them every day. They don't talk to me every day because we got lives. We grown. We ain't little kids no more. We got stuff we trying to do and build. I ain't got to talk to you every day. But if I do, because if we're in that realm of business where I need to talk to you on a regular basis, I know for a fact that I can count on you. I know for a fact that I can look at you and look you in your eyes and know that if I ever needed something, you're there for me just like I'm going to be there for you. And time doesn't matter how much time has gone by because we can reconcile and we can be right together as if ain't nothing happened. See, separation sometimes is good because it lets you know what kind of bond you really have. Separation is good because it lets you know, is this relationship exactly what I thought it was? Separation is good because it lets me know, do you really value what I have to offer? Because if you don't respect my presence, you for sure gonna miss my absence. You gonna know Jaja ain't around. Because let me tell you something about Jaja, honey. When I rock with you, you know I rock with you. Because I'm gonna make a big deal about everything that you do. And I'm going to make sure that you're included in whatever it is that I got going on because that's what friends do. Friends put other friends on. How do you think half of y'all got some of the jobs y'all got? Or some of the relationships that y'all got? Or some of the opportunities that y'all got? Because a friend put you on. They put you on an opportunity that they felt could be beneficial for what it is that you're doing. If I got it, my people got it. And if I don't got it, I'm going to let my people know I don't got it. But what I do have is this. Because I'm honest enough for myself to know where myself is at. Some of y'all live in a fairy tale fantasy world and y'all think y'all is popping, got it, and you know you don't. And what you end up doing is you let people down because they have an expectation of what you have presented. That's why one of my good friends, I tell him all the time, you can't be playing with these women emotions. You can't be playing with these women thinking that you single and you in a whole relationship. Because what you do is you confuse them and you have them thinking that you're offering something that you really don't have on the table. You got to be mindful of what you're putting on the table. What you putting on the table as business, what you putting on the table as a relationship. If what you putting on the table ain't what you really delivering, then stop lying. Tell the truth. We're looking to build this. We're looking to launch this. I'm not ready to be in a relationship right now, but I would definitely love your friendship. My business is just starting off. I don't really have a lot of clients, but I'm looking to build, and hopefully your relationship and your connections can help expound on that business. I don't have a lot of money right now. I'm starting things from the ground up. This is where I need help. You got to be honest with yourself, with where you are with yourself, so that you can stop disappointing yourself and stop disappointing others. And not only that, but you got to fix your attitude. Some of y'all got the nastiest attitudes. You don't want nobody saying nothing to you. You don't want to work under nobody. You think you better. You think you got it popping. You jealous. You can't stand to see nobody advancing. Like, I can't stand a nasty attitude. And you think somebody's supposed to work with you. Your attitude is nasty. Your disposition is nasty. See, I pay attention to the whole package. Not just what you're saying. Not just what you're doing. But I pay attention to your poise. I pay attention to your disposition. I pay attention to how you respond to things. I pay attention to your hands, how your head move. All of those things tell a story. And when you really are in tune, when you wake, looking at your third eye, you are one with God, your Allah, your Jehovah, whoever you one with. When you are one with yourself, you can look at people and look at them for what they are. Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you're doing? That's where we at? That's one of the reasons why I do so well with relationships and the people that I build relationship with, because I'm genuine. I ain't got nothing to lose, and I don't take nothing away from who you are as a person, and you don't take nothing away from who I am as a person, because I'm not jealous, I'm not envious, and those things happen. We're human. We all are. We all have been jealous of somebody. We all have been envious of somebody else's growth before ours. It's a human thing, but there's also a human thing where you got to check that and realign it with the goal in mind. Because if the goal in mind is that we're working together as a team, I don't need to be jealous of you, because I know that when you make it, you got me. I know that when you get ahead, you're not going to leave me behind, because you saw that I helped you get to where you are. See, that's one of the reasons why Oprah is so loyal to Gayle. It's not because she known Gayle her whole life. They met as adults in their 30s. But it was the loyalty and it was the support that Gayle gave Oprah. Now, what they do in their personal time, in their personal relationship, ain't got nothing to do with me, because I ain't with them yet. But you got to pay attention. Why Tyler Perry was able to put all those people on the way that they have been put on is because they were loyal to him when he didn't have nothing. When he was just starting out, and they supported his dream and they supported his vision, and they saw that there was a bigger picture. See, you got to get friends and become friends with people who not only see your vision and not only see the bigger picture, but they're willing to do the work. When he was doing plays out of his car, trying to fill up stadiums, trying to do the play, yeah, it looked a little suspicious. Yeah, it looked a little doubtful. Yeah, it looked a little unbalanced, because we're looking at the reality of your life. It's not lining up. The reality of your situation isn't lining up with where we see it going, but we're going to keep rocking with you because we believe in what it is that you're doing. See, it's easy to drop off the team when you don't see it moving. And see, I told God and I asked God a long time ago, show me the people that you have around me before I get any millions, before I become any more popular than what I am, before I get to a platform where I won't be able to see everything. See, right now I'm at a platform where I can see and touch everything. But when I got thousands of employees and I got a whole staff and a whole team, See, that's why Cardi is able to be as successful as she is, because she remembers the people who helped her get to where she was at. See, there was a lot of people that didn't believe in what it is that she was doing because, oh, she was a stripper. Oh, she was loud. Oh, she was ratchet and ghetto. Oh, but she could spit, though. And now all those same people that didn't want to put her on, that didn't want to play her music, they don't have a choice but to play her music. They don't have a choice but to see her on the radio and on the billboards and in the magazine and getting all these deals. See, you got to be mindful of the company that you keep. If you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It. It's your girl, Jaja. We're talking about being a circle in a room full of squares and just being mindful and paying attention to the company you keep. Family, friends, affiliates, business partners. You better pay attention to that. Because when I was working for the radio station that I started on, I didn't mind being a branch to a tree. I didn't mind being a leaf and attached to the branch and what you were already building. I didn't mind being a worker. And that's one of the things that you got to understand too. Don't come into a situation trying to be the boss. I have bossy ways. I have leadership ways. And sometimes I have to scale back to see what the play is. What's the blueprint for this situation? Because what your blueprint is and what my blueprint is may not coincide. That might not be what it is that me and you talking about. And see, when I worked for her station, I'm thinking, man, we about to do some things. Another black sister, we about to work together. We about to build. We about to do this thing. It wasn't like that. You know why? Because she didn't realize what I had to offer. And you got to be mindful of the people who actually value you. The people that actually value you, they going to stick with you. They going to stick with you. Y'all might get into it. Y'all might not be friends. But see, they gonna stick with you. And they're also going to learn how to apologize when they wrong. Why do we have a problem with apologizing when we wrong? I got a sister right now who ain't apologizing. She knows she wrong. Will she apologize? She probably will. She probably won't until she need me again. We have a problem with apologizing when we hurt each other. Why? What is it going to take away from you for saying, you know what? I sat down and thought about it. I was wrong. I value our relationship enough to not hinder it. And I just want to apologize. It takes growth and maturity. But you got to get to the point where you can say, you know what? I messed up. And can you forgive me? I apologize. And you can't keep apologizing either for the same things. You just can't do it. You just can't keep thinking that, oh, I can say sorry enough. And you ladies and gentlemen, you can't be that dumb and that much of a moron where a man is cheating on you and he keep coming back saying he's sorry. You just dumb and you lonely and you desperate. Men, you can't keep having these ladies apologize to you for being the same stank chick that she been when you got with her. You got to end that situation. Stop letting people apologize to you for the same thing. There has to be some changes and there has to be some growth. And if you're going to apologize to people for the wrong that you've done, apologize and change. And the person that's being the person that you're apologizing to, give them the opportunity to grow. See, sometimes we want automatic change when automatic change is not always necessary. Sometimes that process may be a little longer. See, it's not enough for us to see the butterfly transformation, but a caterpillar goes through a whole metamorphosis before it becomes that caterpillar. It goes from fattening itself up to getting food, to storing up, to wrapping his own self up in a cocoon, to being a transformer, to being a change agent, to breaking out the cocoon, to actually going out and spreading his wings. Because some butterflies make it all the way to the cocoon status and can't get out of the cocoon, and they end up dying. They end up dying in their growth. And so you don't want to be the person that dies without God being able to allow your wings to fly. I don't want God to stop my growth if there's more to me that I need to work on. There's more to me than what it is that I'm doing right now. And if you're the person that's hindering me from growing, I don't want you around me. I don't want you stunting my growth. because you can't follow through on your commitments. I'm always bailing you out. You can't never help nobody else, but you always screaming for help. You always looking for a hand out, but you ain't looking for a hand up. You ain't looking to help somebody else. You always jealous. You always trying to be the best. You always the boss. You always gotta act like you doing more than everybody else. See, you got to be mindful of those type of relationships, because family members will try to make you seem like you're not doing what you're doing, and you know you're doing the best you can. People that you work with will try to act and finesse like you ain't doing a great job at your business, and you know that you are, but they looking for a reason to fire you, or looking for a reason to write you up because you're not conceding to what they want you to do. You got to be mindful of the partnerships and the business deals that you affiliate yourself with when people are not doing what they're supposed to do, when they're not following through on the commitment that they said. They're not following through on what it's people that pull me into things that they don't follow through on. You said you was going to do A and B, and you want me to do C and D. Well, you ain't did A and B, so how'd you expect to C and D from me? Do A and B, and then you'll see C and D from me. Because you got to be mindful of people who have you in their lives for your convenience, for their convenience, or do they have you in their life for the covenant, for the connection, for the long haul? Because, see, you got to be mindful. People will be your friend for the convenience and the benefits that you bring to their life. Oh, you're socially. Oh, I'm going to hang with Jaja. Because I know if I hang with Jaja, I'm going to get in everywhere. I'm everywhere she at, I'm going to be there. I'm mindful of that. But are you with me for the covenant, for the real relationship? Are you with me to really help me to get to where I'm trying to be, so that I can help you to get to where you're trying to be? Because anybody that hang with me, you going to follow your dreams. You going to be the best. Because I don't want to hang with no losers. I only want to hang with winners, or people that are working to be winners. So you got to be mindful. Are you with me for the covenant? Or are you with me for the convenience? Are you in the relationship with me because I know that your job brings a lot of money and I know I ain't got to do as much? Are you with me for the covenant because I really love you? I genuinely see that you have something to offer and I want to be a part of that world. Got to be mindful of that. And you also got to be mindful of people who want to be on one accord. People that are your friends and your family, they want peace. They want to work with you. They want to do whatever they can to help you get to where it is that you're trying to be. They want to be on one accord. See, that's called unity. That's what Dr. Martin Luther King was trying to get us to understand. We could do more together than we could ever do apart. If we work together, if we tear down those walls, and we got to make sure that we're genuine on the things that we say and the things that we do, and we got to make sure that our integrity is right. We ain't always done everything right. I ain't always done everything right. I done made a lot of mistakes. I done did a lot of things wrong. I done made a lot of people upset. But at the end of the day, my heart was pure. My mind was right. And my intentions were pure. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody or do nobody wrong. I was trying to do what I needed to do to get what I need to get done. And if you got in the way of that, then so be it. At the end of the day, you got to be mindful of the fakeness. Because I can't relate to fake. The only thing fake on me is my hair, lashes, and my nails. That's it. If you fake, I can't relate. I only deal with real people. And I can tell if you're real. And there are a lot of people, there are a lot of real phonies. They talk that real stuff, but they ain't real. They ain't real at all. They would rather see you here than allow you to get here. And see, they know how to play that role. That's why you got to be mindful for you people that are church members and you go to church. See, people have perfected a certain way to be. They have perfected, oh, God bless you. Oh, I love you. Hey, sister. Hey, brother. They perfected that. They perfected how to act in certain scenarios. That's why I act the same way all the time with everybody. I don't care if I'm dapping the government or if I'm dapping the president. I don't care who you are, because I'm going to be the same. That's why people can respect Cardi B, because she's the same all the time, all the way around, and she's not trying to put on the front for none of you. That's why I'm very mindful and meticulous about people that I call my friend. See, friend is a title that you earn. It's not because I've been knowing you for years. It's not because we know each other through affiliations, because now you're just my affiliate. You're an acquaintance. You're a person that I know, and I'm not going to do anything or put you in a position to hurt you or harm you, because that's the human side of me. But everybody can't be considered your friend. And you're listening to your girl Jaja on Yeah, I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. And I know y'all heard me the first time. At the end of the day, I can't relate to fake. I only relate to real. But I know how to work with fake. See, it's the difference. I can't relate to fake, but I can work with fake. I work with fake people all day. Fake and phony as ever. However, see, politics teaches you how to deal with the fake people. And I thank God for how he's orchestrated my life, because he allowed me to be in politics first. See, politics learns you how to put on a game face, how to lie to the people, how to lie to your constituents. Because a lot of these politicians that are in leadership are fake and phony, and they dog y'all out behind the scenes, and they don't mean y'all no good at the end of the day. What they want is what they want for them, not for the people who they govern. So you got to be mindful. You got to pay attention to people's track records. What are they doing for the people? You got to pay attention to the track records of the people who you partner with for their businesses. Well, what was their return? Why they keep having more people coming to their business? Why they can't keep nobody? Why is it always they ain't never got no friends? Why is it that they always got a new man? Why is it that, what is going on with them? You got to pay attention to that. It's something that they're not doing right. It's something that they need to work on. And the minute that you call them out on it, they're offensive. How dare you? How dare you say I need to work on me? Well, you do. Yeah, I said it. Tell them Jaja said it. And before she take it back, she gonna add more to it. And not only that, but we got to treat people the way we say we want to be treated. You say you want to be treated with love and generosity. You say you want people to build you up. And you say you want to work with people. And you say you want to have authentic relationships. Well, be that. Be that what you say you want to be. Be the very thing that you are saying that you want out of life. If you saying you want somebody to love you genuinely, well, start loving people genuinely. You say you want a better business and better business partners, be a better business partner yourself. Follow through on the things that you say you're going to do. Because God will send you who you need. God keeps sending me people that I need. I need so much right now. Things that I'm working on, and I don't have all the money to pay the people that I need to get it done for the quality that I need. And that's another thing. When money is involved, people have all types of ways to help you. But when there's no money involved or money comes short, you really know who really with you. When you can't pay them physically, you know, you may be able to get them a beer or two, or you may be able to give them a back massage, or you may be able to do a few lashes. You know, I've done lashes for free for people because they've done things for me. I may not be able to pay you tangibly with some money, but come through. I got this for you. I may not be able to give you $100, but here, I got 4 new suits that I'm sure get you to the next level and will turn some heads, okay? You got to be mindful of people who are only in your life because of what you can financially give them. Because when that money gone, they're gone. Look at every celebrity. MC Hammer, case in point. He had, hundreds of staff, dancers, background dancers, dancers that had dancers, staff that had staff. And when the money got dry, so did the people. You got to be mindful of the circle you keep. If you're tuning in, you're listening to Yeah, I Said It, and before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. You're tuning in. I'm talking about being a circle in a room full of squares. And before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. And I know y'all heard me the first time. Listen, you got to stay connected to people who you know speak to your future and not to your past. When you start elevating in life, there are going to be some people that's going to drop by the wayside. And you want them to go with you. You want certain people to go with you. You want certain people in your circle. But there is a point in time in life where they are not geometrically able to fit in what you got going on. A circle can fit in a square, but a square can't fit in a circle. That's why I say I can work around fake people all day. But me and you can't relate. You can't be a part of my team or my circle because I can't be affiliated with you on some for real. Because I know that God wants me to have the best. He wants me to have the best. If he didn't want me to have the best, then he'll let me stay with the mess. If he didn't want me to have the best that he has for me to have, then he wouldn't allow me to keep elevating. There's a reason why you go through certain things and certain relationships don't work out, because God doesn't see that in your future. My ex-husband cannot go with me where I'm getting ready to go. He couldn't. He was too jealous. He's supposed to big up his spouse and his mate. He wasn't doing that. So at the end of the day, he gonna get exactly what he wants. Somebody's gonna take care of him. Somebody's gonna look out for him. Case in point. Some of my friendships, they didn't last because you can't be my friend and be jealous of me. How? Because what's going to happen is the minute that TMZ or some paparazzi come around, you're going to be ready to tell all my business. But because I'm the person that I am, I'm going to tell my business first. So you're going to be out of luck. I can't consider you to be my family or to be my ace boon cool. But the minute that I'm not doing what you want me to do, oh, now we beefed out. So you mean to tell me that you can't help me, but you my cousin? You can't help me, but you my sister? You can't help me, but you my auntie? You can't help me, but you my uncle? But you around here calling me your niece? And you around here saying, this my sister, this my girl? For what? At your convenience? See, you got to be mindful of the circle and the companies that you keep. And you also got to be mindful of how people act when other people are around. See, people love to switch up on you when there are other people in the room. Have you ever had a relationship with someone and y'all be tight, kicking it, and then somebody else come in the room and they mute? They can't talk. They don't know what to do. Because this other person don't like you, or this other person don't know you very well, or this person don't know how to operate amongst you. I've been in situations where I'll be in a room full of people and everybody is cool and we talking, and then somebody else that don't like me for whatever reason, now all of a sudden they uneasy. They don't know how to deal with you. They don't know how to work with you. They don't know how to operate with you. See, you got to be mindful of the people who switch up on you when other people are around. See, 1 minute, oh, let's do this. I agree. We should do this. Let's do this. We're going to do a party. We're going to network. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then somebody else come into the picture. It's like, well, I was thinking that maybe we shouldn't do this on Tuesday. Maybe we should do it on Friday. Oh, I don't want you around. You are a Decepticon. I cannot. No. I want to be a part of Transformers. No Decepticons. I can't deal. No thank you. Because those type of people will switch up on you at the drop of a dime, and they are only looking out for themselves. And they are called people pleasers. And you got to be mindful of people pleasers who only want to please people but not develop relationships. It's a difference between being a people pleaser and a person developing genuine relationships. Genuine relationships, you are going to sit down, you're going to plan, you're going to walk this thing through. And when it's time, God will elevate that thing and he'll move that thing. And let me tell you something. When people are in your life for the long haul and they really genuinely love you, they'll go through hell and hot water right along with you. Just like the 3 Hebrew boys that went through the fire. Not one of them. One of them wasn't like, Daniel, whatever, I ain't really trying to go through the fiery furnace for real, like I ain't really trying to do, I didn't know you was really talking about starting a business. Like I ain't really. So you really gonna do it? You gotta be mindful of those people, because a person that's with you, they're gonna be like, all right, let's do it. What we gotta do? Okay, I got the shovel, you got the water hose, you get the cement. Okay, we're gonna make the cement because we're about to make this sidewalk and build this building. Them the type of people you need to be around. Not the people that's, I don't know, well, what you gonna do about this if this? And it's not to say that you don't need realistic people on your team, because you do need realistic people on your team that's paying attention to the overall picture and see some areas where action people don't see, because they're thinkers. Some people are doers, some people are thinkers, and some people are both. So you need all of those people on your team. And not only that, but you also got to learn to create distance from people that don't mean you no good. It's okay to not be friends with some of these people. It is okay to walk away. Listen, it's your girl, Jaja. You listening to Yeah, I Said It. Before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. I don't want to keep you. I want to keep my time because I don't want y'all to be like, oh, she be talking forever. No, that's not the case. But what I do want to do is I want to make sure that you understand that you keep your circle tight. And the minute that you see somebody turning into a square or a triangle, you got to remove yourself immediately. Because what's going to end up happening is they're going to bring you down and you won't be able to build up. Circles are meant to continue to go. Always on the go. And if you got somebody in your life that's wishy-washy, trying to figure out where they fit in your life all the time, and you're trying to figure out where you fit in their life all the time, that's not the type of business or partnership or relationship or family that you need to be around. Listen, it's your girl, Jaja. You're listening to Yeah, I Said It. And before I take it back, I'm going to add more to it. Peace.